Welcome to episode 126 of the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jordan, and this week we've got me, Nick.
Hey, guys.
Hey. And Jamie.
There are no illegal activities occurring.
None at all. This week, we're returning with a look at Hiding in Plain Sight by Drugdealer, released in 2022. Really quick, if you want to keep up with the show, you can find us on Twitter at List Up Podcast and on Instagram and TikTok at Listen Up Pod. That's where we'll make any announcements regarding the show or merch. Speaking of which, if you'd like to support the show, you can find merch at interestpointproductions.com or at the link tree on the socials. So regarding the selection for this week, Nicholas, why did you choose this album for us?
Wow. You pulled out my full name. Interesting.
I did. Your government name.
That is not in the script. How did you know that?
This whole show is scripted. Turn it off.
Your punishment? You have to listen to 24 hours straight of bluegrass music.
Wait, isn't that you? Since you... No, I messed up. Never mind.
Yeah. What are you talking about, dude?
I'd be down, dude. I'd be down for that. Unironically.
Our mojo is off. We have not recorded in
Bro, I'm Joe.
Longer than we meant.
Not Mojo.
I probably should have came into this one just straight sober because I'm kind of tired off the glass of wine.
Oh, not. They got wine drunk.
Mama had her glass of wine and she's ready for bed. All right,
it's okay. We'll zoom through this one.
Mama's cyberbullying.
So I really like the song. Third song really made me emotional. I just wanted to end by my rating.
Nate, did you get a new comforter?
It's like a big blanket that I bought at Costco.
That's a big blanket.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. It's
cute.
I considered buying the king size blanket, but I'm glad I didn't because that's the queen size blanket, and it's.
Is your bed a full?
But, I think it is, and I think I thought it was a queen, so I was like, oh, like this will fit perfectly, but it's just a whole new comforter basically. But
bro, fucking,
it's really comfortable.
Get the king size, and it's equivalent to like a weighted blanket for your bed.
it would be like rumpled on the floor, like more than this one already is. So
okay,
But yeah, it's really comfortable, and it was only like $30 from Costco. So
Costco had 3 plants for $10 at our Costco the other day.
Damn.
That's why we buy dog food now, because you can buy like a fucking 35-pound bag for $37.
Yeah.
It lasts our dogs like 2 months.
Damn. Next time I go to Costco, I think I'm gonna buy the Kirkland sweatsuit for $45. The Kirkland hoodie and the Kirkland sweatpants.
Jumpsuit?
Right. If they had it at ours, I'd fucking rock it. I like that when I get too close to this light, the hair that's like slightly sticking out just disappears.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, movie magic.
Movie magic.
This is not green.
Maybe got a green screen.
Movie magic in an audio medium.
Got 2 lampshades out on the fucking...
Hey, double lampshade. Hey,
double lampy.
Hey, what do you know about it? Hey, forget about it. I'm fucking walking it.
The double cup lamp.
But I chose this album because I loved it, and it was one of my favorite ones of the whole year. And it's so damn groovy.
Hey,
and, it's just very concise, and it's just tight. It's wound tight.
Okay.
I love it. Well, take that as you want, but it just feels like it grooves really hard, and it's got like every song has great rhythms, great melodies, just the right little spices of everything.
True.
It keeps you motivated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. And so many of the songs are just so catchy, and it's an album that I don't mind is only like half an hour because it only needs to be half an hour, and it's an album that's so good that I don't mind replaying it, which I'm usually not like that with most albums. Like I'll usually like
just letting it sit and like run on repeat.
Yeah, and like because if I like love an artist, I'll usually listen to one of their albums and then listen to another one of their albums and then listen to another one if I'm not like going between different artists or different playlists and things like that. But this one I'll just keep flipping the vinyl over and over and keep playing it.
Vinyl's another level because you have to like that's a physical action. When it comes to like when it comes to even like streaming an album, I definitely have some that I would just listen to kind of indefinitely.
Same.
I feel
Actually,
you.
just the first 2 albums of Pop Smoke I have on vinyl, so I'll flip it. Well, I have the third one too, but those 2 I just flip over.
Don't forget the Scots.
The one song. I know, dude. That was the beginning of
Miss
quarantine.
Scotty.
God, I bought a vinyl. The vinyl's still cool. It's still pink and like.
I know. I need to actually finally get, at this point, it's like it's waving. What? I'm waiting until like we move to our next place because at the end of our lease, we're gonna try to go to either a townhouse or at least a 3-bedroom apartment. Because Vic will also be working remotely most of the time, so dual office setup.
They gonna be selling houses in the metaverse, bro. She gonna have the Oculus Quest on, being like, "So here's your house over here. As you can see, this big plot of land. Digital, of course. You can have all this for $400,000. Is that you're good? All right. Let's just sign the contract real quick."
She's like flying through the air and levitating as the realtor. She looks like a wizard.
Or MF's buying Oculuses to play Second Life.
Second Life. Oh my gosh, not that.
Just live your first life, bitch. What are you doing?
Amen, brother.
Bro, that shit was Second Life is so funny because like my dad grew up. He was like he played like PC games and shit. Like I remember him going to Best Buy to buy a new graphics card for his computer when I was like 5. Wow. About that time though, he basically stopped. Like that was the last time he has like his home office. He has like StarCraft 1 and 2 and other like random disc PC games, and then he stopped. MF loves Civilization, except every week, like Monday nights were like Second Life nights for him. Like after we ate dinner, he would just go to his office and play Second Life. That was like
Daddy's in his room.
Yeah, he was in his bag, dude.
Yeah, but that's gonna be me in the future whenever I have kids and like the Last of Us Part 4 comes out after like 20 years, and I'm like, all right guys, listen, Daddy's about to go in the basement for a whole week. You're not gonna see me when I come out. I might be a little different, all right? I'm still gonna be your dad. Just always remember that.
They're gonna just a different version of your dad.
They're gonna hear me crying and screaming in the basement.
I still can't play single player games. I'm bad at it. Like actually playing them. It's also
you should watch The Last of Us show.
Dude, I've thought about it. I use Susie's HBO subscription. We're watching through Modern Family right now though. But dude, I don't know. I'm so bad at like. I don't even really play multiplayer games. I have to invest a lot of time in. That's why I like Warzone and shit like that, because it's like you have enough time to just chat with the homies, but then also there's like some good action, and then you're like done and you move on. But like Tarkov, which is what a lot of our friends are playing right now, you have to invest so much time to learn the game, and it runs like shit. And I'm like,
I've heard.
I didn't know that.
I don't know, man. People love it. It feels like a game that your character's running through jelly. It feels like someone made it in Unity, and it's way too in depth. And it's such a time sink. I'm like, damn, I don't know. I'm just not drawn to games as much. No.
Yeah. I never played Doom Eternal's DLC, and like Doom is one of my favorite shooter games of all time because it's so freaking fast paced and just insane. But I was telling a dude from work, I told him today that I beat the DLC, and he was like, "Oh, nice," and we talked about it some, and I was like, "Did you ever play like those Rage games that Bethesda like put out? Like, there's an old one called Rage that I played when I was like a lot younger."
I know the cover of it. I never played any though.
Yeah, I got you. But I never played the second one, and he was like, "Well, I never played the first one, but the second one, like the combat in the trailers looks kind of like Doom, but you move so slow. Like it's uncomparable to Doom, where like you're like shooting across the map to not get shot by like little fireballs like everywhere you look, and Rage is like it seems like you're walking around everywhere. Like even when you sprint, it's just like
damn
a little tiny jog.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, But
I don't know.
I'm waiting for February when Atomic Heart comes out, scored by Mick Gordon. Looks like a great game.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like I keep up with games and shit. I just like I'm like, who am I at this point where I'm like, I want to like do shit. Like I want to do outdoor activities.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I like want to go to more bars and restaurants and shit.
I made a joke to my girlfriend the other day, just like being like you know how you make a joke when you like oversimplify something and make it satirical, like I'll get to a doomer state where I'll do that about things that I enjoy sometimes, even when I enjoy them, and I'm like, oh well, I really shouldn't joke about that. I do enjoy doing that. And, and she and I she talked about wanting to like go somewhere to get a drink, and I was like, oh yeah, because like drinks are always better when you have them somewhere else outside of your place, right? And pay someone else to pour them for you. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like I was like fucking around, but yeah, they really are. Like when you're like out somewhere else and you're chilling in a cool place with like, even if you're not there with people you like it's still cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, and like it's such a pivot because like especially when we first moved out here, I was so in the mindset of like, oh, I don't want to like go downtown, like I don't want to do shit, and now I'm like I want to do things, like I'm tired of sitting in my apartment.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
weird.
we were
brain chemistry altered.
We were conditioned strangely, turning 21 right around COVID times.
Yeah,
yeah.
True.
And also we had to do so much fucking homework in college that we didn't get to party quite as much as everyone else. And also
our parties were like home like parties, and shit, like house parties and shit. But
that
not
wasn't
like
completely our scene. I'm not like, yeah, if I wasn't doing homework every night of the damn week, I would have been drunk off my ass, like asleep on somebody's lawn. That wouldn't have been. That might have happened one time.
And homework didn't necessarily prevent us from drinking either. Sometimes we did both at the same time. You know,
very true, very true. But actually, no, not true. I was kidding. Yeah,
they can't take our degrees back.
I've never done anything bad in my life.
No, I don't think they could take your degree back for that.
But yeah, it was it was so hard for Vic or other like to convince me to like want to go downtown. And now like if we go out, I'm like, I don't want to like go back yet. Like I just want to keep, hanging. And then like New Year's, like we didn't have any plans. It was just us, and we were like, we should like let's actually do something,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm part of the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. comeback crowd.
I'm not quite there. I enjoy if you like go out and then come back between like 12, like head back between like 12 and 1, and then like hang out a little bit more at home.
Yeah.
Because if you wait until then, stuff starts to close, and then you have to fight for like Ubers or crowds to like leave places and shit, and that's not fun. And expensive because it's surge prices.
You got to move to New York. Like New York, I feel like is like one of the only places in the country where bars and restaurants don't have to close until 4 a.m. instead of 2 a.m. Like pretty much everywhere else, it's like 2 a.m.
No, you're right.
I like going out, but I still need sleep. Like I can't.
Nah, bro. You just sleep till like 1 the next day or 3 or 4.
Then I feel like I've lost most of my day. Like I love.
Hey, you lived that part of the day last night.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
It's weird. It's just, and like that's the other thing is I've literally my entire life been a night person. Like I used to fight my bedtimes when I was a child because I just wanted to stay up and keep reading or watching YouTube on my iPod. And then in high school, it was the same way. I'd be playing Destiny raids till like 2 a.m, then go to sleep and wake up at 6 for fucking high school.
That was insane. The fact that we used to get up that early to go to high school.
That is
dude. And then senior year, I was waking up to go to the YMCA when they first opened at 5:45 to get in 2-a-day workouts 3 times a week for swimming. And I would still stay up until like 1 or 2 the night before that.
That's
just
crazy,
playing like Destiny or some shit.
Young bodies.
And then I would just wake up and pound a large black coffee from Sheetz in first period, and I would go about my day, swim at night, and then go home and do it again. Like that's crazy. Yeah, I'm now becoming more of a
youthful
morning person.
energy.
Like I enjoy getting up at between 8 and 9 and then just like doing things. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man.
I need to. I need to get there. I need to really like get better about like not snoozing. Like trying my best to like.
My alarm goes off at
snoozing.
7. I snooze until 8:30. It's fucked up. I wish that my goal is to also get to that point, but starting at like 7. I'm making this goal now. I've said I wanted to read more this year. I think I should shoot for reading a book a month.
That's like I was listening to Trillionaire Mindset the other day, and one of them, I think it was Ben, was like, damn, I didn't read as many books last year as I thought I did. He was like, I only read like 26 books. And I was like, what? Only 26? That's like 2
I
months.
haven't read I've been reading the Game of Thrones book 1 for 4 years.
God damn.
I'm halfway through it. And I'm not a slow reader. That's the thing. It's like, it's not because I'm a slow reader. It's because I just haven't. I read once every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
7 pages.
I am a slow reader, but I think I've read.
I might want to get a Kindle or something.
Yeah.
Like a black and white e-reader.
I think I've read. God, I know I've read one book this year. And I feel like I've read 2, but I can't remember the other.
Like 2023?
No. My bad.
I was like, Jesus Christ!
in the recent past.
I know you had 2 flights, but like Jesus.
In the past couple months, I've read a book, but and I have a book of short stories that I'm reading through, and
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
I've reread The Giving Tree about 10 times. No,
it just gets better every time I read it. There's so much.
Oh man, but my girlfriend just gave me Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, and I've actually
thank God my mom died or something.
Yeah, I'm glad my mom died.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed reading it so far.
It's supposed to be a really good.
It is hard to digest, but it's really interesting to. I don't know. It's like it's
Why is it hard
good
to digest?
Because she like every chapter is her talking about like how her mom manipulated her whole life, basically.
Yeah. So why is that a hard?
Jordan said, "Bro, manipulate." What are you talking about? What guys are supposed to do to women? What?
Bruh. That's literally her mom doing that to her. That doesn't even make any sense, dude.
Yeah, that was
Get a new joke. Get a new joke.
Thank you.
I told Vic on our most recent drive back, I was like when we went back for the holidays, I was like, I kind of want to get like a Kindle. And she was like, you have an iPad. I'm like, yeah, but Kindles don't have like the blue light. It's just an LCD. It's just a high res LCD like thing. And I don't know. I just more and more I'm fucking tired of my phone.
I had a Kindle when I was a kid.
I didn't, but my dad did. But Vic was like, "You fucking 80-year-old." I was like, I specifically want a device where it's like the only thing this does is read the book.
I was gonna say, I know a lot of people our age that has a Kindle also.
Yeah,
like
I know Nicole
a lot.
has one. Nicole like uses hers all the time. Or she
It's like-
Megan has one.
If you can motivate yourself to read books on it and like you don't get bored or anything, like I think it's a really good idea, especially it's definitely cheaper in the long run, I would think. Like if you're gonna read a lot of books, because I think books are discounted on it. Like there's the initial cost of it, so you like.
Also I'm looking right now. The Kindle's only $100.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's not even like expensive to. Well, okay. I don't want to say like $100 isn't a lot of money, but like compared to
1% over
like,
here.
Mr. Monopoly, man.
Like if you're getting a book on that for like $7 or $8,
yeah,
that's still less than even a paperback is. Like last time I checked, it was 10 with fucking inflation.
More than that,
14
like
now.
Yeah,
and
like
hardbacks are like 20.
Yeah, like
and
new
they
books
take up space. That's the thing. They take up space.
But you look cooler though if you have them on your shelf.
Where am I gonna put them?
I see a bunch of white space behind you, enough for a little bookshelf.
Right there?
No, other side. You could just put a little like hanging shelf on your wall.
With the table. Well, okay. Well, these are plaster walls, so shelves like that are support any weight are a bitch to hang up. I learned that when we put up floating shelves in the living room and the bedroom.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
all
Okay.
right, we're not
Jamie
putting
got
any
the
more
stud
shelves up in this
detector out.
apartment.
All right.
No, because plaster doesn't have studs.
Oh,
The
well.
detector. Nick,
Yeah,
it's going off.
That's like drywall.
Going off right now,
Drywall
Nick.
would be fucking sick. I would love that with drywall anchors. Like if we had drywall, that like Black Keys poster would be actually hanging, not just sitting on top of the bookshelf. We got a new like print that's framed and like fuck plaster walls. But yeah, I want to get into reading this. I want to read a book a month, and so like I don't know. I've thought about getting a Kindle.
That's
a fucking
that's quite a goal for not reading much for like 4 years. I'd say take it a little slower, like a book.
Well, I
every
mean, like
3
I said
months.
though, if I can find a book that's engrossing enough, I'm a fast reader. Like
Yeah,
I can
fair
read
enough.
very quickly, and so
Just gonna listen to
if
audiobooks.
it just means that I have to actually do it.
Audiobooks are better.
Well, but
We
that's
gotta-
why I like podcasts.
we gotta-
Sometimes I
gotta-
want like the physical.
We gotta get back on track. We gotta get back on track.
Yeah, we gotta get some TikTok clips going. So start saying some vaguely misogynist stuff. All right, go off.
Bro, I love Rick and Morty. Oh my god, that'll date this episode.
Audio listener, Jordan is currently making a horrifying face. He looks
is-
like some sort of strange fish.
Bro, his mouth is so big. That's crazy. That's
man.
like honestly impressive.
Yeah, this is like a scary Renaissance painting. Like I actually meant to send a picture of a painting that I saw in the Met to you guys. It was like the one that I thought was basically the coolest. It was called Inferno, and I forget who painted it, but it was really cool, and it was basically.
Oh,
just
you mean
a
like the
portrait.
Inferno Tower in Clash of Clans?
It was basically just like a portrait of hell, and
Oh, that's
it was,
chill.
like, it was big as fuck, but yeah, I really loved it, and I
All right,
feel
we'll throw it in there. We'll be sure.
What does it look like, kind of?
this week?
I'll send it in the Discord, but
Try to find out Google real quick.
Hey, you dropped that. Let's
I'll-
see.
I'll-
Fuck, dude,
Inferno
I need to
Met
catch up on our
picture.
TikTok posting backlog. I have like 4 sitting in the bank that I meant to like
Off the juice.
pepper out during our break. And then I've now forgotten to do so. I'm realizing that now. So look out for a lot of new TikToks on the.
it was made in France. But that's all I see. I didn't take a great.
Of course
picture
it
of
is.
François, it was made in français.
A portrait of hell made in France, brother. They just looked outside and painted what they saw.
Oui, j'aime, oui. Så for så album Plating in Plain Sight, I thought it was very good. No complaints here, honestly. No, just kidding. A lot of complaints from me. A lot of complaints from me.
Anti-France podcast.
Anti-France podcast. Vive la vida. I love that song from Coldplay. It is my favorite song, so I cannot like France. I cannot like France. Death and all his friends.
Wait, sorry.
Nightcore. Tell me what I've been listening to Nightcore Viva La Vida, bro.
Dude, Nightcore, like, I wasn't a fan of most of the slowed and reverb remixes of shit.
Dude,
The
I was.
sped up, the Alvin and Chipmunkification of music, I fucking hate it. I think it's a direct. You can really draw a line from how people are losing their attention span due to TikTok's prevalence in society now with the fucking Alvin and Chipmunk music. I swear to God, there's got to be a link there.
I think you're reaching, bud. But I think just the fact that TikTok exists is what's
Jamie
making
said, correlation equals causation.
Dude,
I fucking
Dude, you know that Oliver Tree song that's like sped up?
No.
Nick knows. It's like, one chance. If I never want to see you and I never want to see you again.
I bet I would know it if I heard it.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that. But
Thank you.
The original
But
is
that
more
song,
enjoyable.
that song actually was just a sped up version of one of his old songs and then mixed a little bit differently.
Interesting.
So people,
I
artists are just putting out the same songs. People are liking it. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's making money.
But it's like
Listen to
it's like a whole
breakcore.
different medium. It adds so much different depth to a song, in my opinion.
I haven't heard one that I've liked more than the original.
Really? Well, the original gets stale sometimes, you know? Like, I've been listening to Viva La Vida for 10 years, maybe plus.
That's a bit different.
Yeah.
So,
Did, like-
when I listen to the sped up version,
listening
I'm
to
like-
Bad Habit for 3 months, and then Steve Lacy puts out the sped up version, and you're like,
okay. That's what I'm saying.
tongue with a bad habit.
See, that's not enjoyable to me. Hearing like the speeding up of vocals. It's
Do you have
like
ADHD?
anxiety-inducing. No, I like it when people like
Maybe
sing
that's
at
what it
rates
is.
that you would talk at.
I'm not gonna lie.
not,
Sometimes, like
faster
makes
than
my brain-
conversation.
I mean, I like rap, so maybe that's like a genuinely just like faster, like genre, anyways. So, but I saw this TikTok that was like Nightcore drill coming soon, and I forgot like what the hell it was.
No way.
but
I don't know
It
what
was-
Nightcore is, so I'm proud of that.
Nightcore is just sped up,
Oh,
like
okay,
very
okay.
fast.
I understand now. I wish I shouldn't have said that. I should have kept plausible deniability.
Yeah, shut up,
Yeah. Now you look like a dumbass.
Yeah.
dumb abbot.
What? Yeah, Hiding in Plain Sight. So what do you guys think of the first song on the album, my third favorite song of the year? Madison.
It I think is my favorite song on the album.
Oh!
It's close with
Interesting.
Someone to Love. I'm not sure
Oh, yeah.
which one wins it, but yeah. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
I like the
it.
harmony in it. I'll say.
Mhm.
I rinsed it at Bonnaroo. I
Really?
played it a lot whenever I had the aux. It came out like
did.
very recently when we were at
Yeah.
Bonnaroo, and I played it all
And
the time.
David was just sitting there with you like, fuck yeah.
Damn, buddy.
Dude, this year's Bonnaroo lineup, top 5 lineups I've ever seen from them.
Dude,
So
like
it's fucking
the
dope.
fact that Baby Keem and Kendrick are gonna be there.
Baby Keem,
That is pretty
Kendrick,
cool.
Sheryl Crow, Peach Pit. We're fucking seeing RKS finally.
Wait,
We're
Sheryl
getting
Crow?
Goddamn
Who's that
Foo
again?
Fighters are gonna be playing.
The Foo Fighters are gonna be there.
They're Sunday's headliner.
The
yeah,
Food
closing out the
Fighters.
festival.
I didn't know that.
The
Who's,
Food Fighters.
Did they say who's doing the Super Jam?
I don't know. Odessa's headlining one of them. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't even know who that is.
Odessa's a big EDM artist.
That's why
Yeah,
I think
but-
I remembered.
and like Tyler Childers, Young Gravy, JID,
Gravy
fucking
make it fast like
Paramore.
pimpin'.
Like,
Shit, that's nothing.
I think Lil Nas X is also going to be there.
Whoa.
Oh my god, I mean,
Dude, it, like literally every time I look at the lineup, it gets better.
that's pretty good.
Like it's going to be so fucking immaculate.
Interesting.
Let's see. Super Jam.
Super J.
I didn't remember seeing it on there.
No,
And
I don't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
7
feel
0. Fucking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was something else gonna be that. Bro, I just want to go to see Morrow and then leave.
Morrow.
PD, that's going to be fun. I'd like to see if fucking Wolfpack, 3-6 Mafia.
Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, not
If
Wolfpack.
there's time, I'll investigate fucking Black Midi just
Three-
to see what the fuck's going on there.
3-6
Matt
Mafia.
Mason's gonna be hyped. Charlie Crockett, like
Nice.
Portugal the Man.
Charlie Crockett. Okay.
Black Midi
My
would
Morning
be.
Jacket. I'm really hyped for that.
They would be really good. Where's My Morning Jacket at on the bill?
They're in the like, not the headliner, but like the first row under that. On the
I figured,
same billing as Korn, Lil Nas X, Tyler Childers.
I got you. I would. I'm sure they would put on a very good live show. Like they're really reputable for that. Like
Yeah, especially like at like a Bonnaroo type festival setting
yeah,
like that.
they have tons of live albums. Like I haven't really listened to any of them.
Yeah,
But I just
fucking
know people love their live
Hippocampus, Marcus Mumford. He's gonna be there solo.
shows. Oh, nice.
I don't know. Franz Ferdinand. Why the fuck not? If there's time.
Is
There's no
Mumford gonna be there with his son, or is it just like the
I
single
wish.
guy?
I wish it was Mumford and Sons, but it's just him. Well, because he put out his solo album last year. So
Wait,
he's
are you
probably
being
touring
serious?
that.
It's actually just Mumford.
Yeah, it's just him. He put out a solo album last year, and it's pretty good. Like I'll see
just-
it,
Wow.
but it would be hyper to see like fucking Babel or some shit.
Hey,
again.
hyper?
He'll probably play one or two of the old songs.
I mean, he's got to.
For old
Yeah.
time's sake.
Fucking Girl in Red. That'd be fun. It was a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like this is like the lineup is it's gonna be so hard to like pick and choose, or just do the Austin method and fucking sprint from like watch half a show and sprint to another stage.
We thought we saw a lot of shows, and he was like, yeah, I think I saw 30 shows.
Dude, he's grinding that shit.
He did. I am fucking so excited because I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to the front for Peach Pit.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
This is gonna be like my best opportunity to get like barricade for them. Be like,
okay, you're gonna try to get
I love you.
front row.
I'm excited for. I recently bought tickets for a Father John Misty show on a Friday night in April, in Charlotte, and I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try and work late during the week so that I can leave early on Friday, and get there early, and I'm gonna try and be like front row for.
Oh yeah, bro.
It's like a standing room.
I'm literally at the point. I do not. I want standing room only show. Like I don't want like seated shows anymore.
I'll take seated, but I really love a standing room show where like if you put in the effort and get there early, like you get a great spot.
Yeah, I'd vastly prefer, even if I'm like the same distance back, like halfway through the crowd in a standing room versus a seated show, I would much rather prefer the standing. Yeah. I don't, the seats take up so much space, and like typically seated areas, unless it's like an outdoor amphitheater, especially seated indoor shows, it's like, fuck. Like it's just a worse sounding.
If you're not in like a great venue like that, where like the seats are going up at a good angle, like you really don't have a good view. But like or if the musician isn't doing like a large grand theatrical performance, like there's no need for like a theater show or something like that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Also, just the vibe of everyone standing at a standing, like it just feels better from like an audience energy standpoint. Like,
yeah.
Because people are dancing a lot more, and like everyone's having a good time.
True.
And usually every seated show I've been to, they've only been at like DPAC, like the Durham Performing Arts Center. But for each one of those, the like everyone stood up for the headliner, but I think everyone still sat down for the opener. And I was like, what is everyone doing? Like,
exactly. It's like this is still live music like that, and that's why I think maybe that might also be why I love Bonnaroo so much as well, is like going there in 2019. That was my first, probably I'd only seen like 10 concerts before that. So that was my first like real introduction to like standing room shows. Cause the concerts I went to before that were like at like the Greensboro Coliseum or the Bojangles Coliseum or the PNC, like they were massive arena rock shows. And then that was my first real exposure to like standing room GA type environments, or like just that kind of environment. And I fucking love it so much.
Well, Nick, have you never been to the Red Hat Amphitheater?
I have.
That's where Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, that's a decent. Like everybody stood up when I went there. It was still seats, but like everybody like stood up in front of their chairs, so it was like kind of
for the Monkeys. We were on the lawn, like behind the seats. There's the seats, and then the back areas like the grass bowl. We were there, but I went. They take those seats out sometimes. They took them out for the Cage the Elephant show that we saw. It was their like free concert for that year after Melophobia came out, like 2013, I think. And it was like standing. And so, but we were still on like the back of the crowd because that was where like crowds made me really nervous and I didn't like them. But now like I actively want to like be more in the crowd at a concert. Like Peach Pit, the only downside to that show was the venue. If you get there, like how our Uber was like took 20 minutes for a 10-minute drive. So we were like 15 minutes late to the show. Yeah. It was like, it's impossible to get in like further into the crowd. So we were stuck on the periphery. Aww. And I do not like the vibes of the peripheral of a crowd. Everyone's like so timid, and I'm like, come on, let's like go dance and like listen to the music and enjoy it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this album was really good. I feel like, and so I really like this album, and I checked out all of the albums. And this is my favorite one by them. Pretty markedly. It's my favorite one by them.
Me too.
And I really fuck with that. I feel like they would put on a really good live show.
They were
like really good.
Like they I hope they come out with some sort of live version of the songs or something like that, because he posted on Instagram today a reel. It's not like a scrubbable video. It's like a 3-minute long reel of a live version of Valentine from this album.
Okay.
And
Did he post it on TikTok though?
I don't know if they have a TikTok.
Bro, sound like you got to rip it and post it there. Start your account.
Yeah, dude, your fan account.
Yep.
But, Steal that shit.
I was like,
no, make the account.
Wait, what?
Make the official account. Park the domain.
I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna steal the handle and be like, all right, if you want to give me, and if I offer too high, he's just gonna be like, fuck you. I'm gonna name it something stupid. And
yeah, exactly. God, that'd be so funny.
But yeah, I'm not gonna scam one of my favorite musicians.
Hey, hustle is a hustle, bro. All right.
Listen, can you not respect the grind?
Well, that's not very capitalist of you.
Yeah, Nick.
This is America.
Enjoy things.
Nah, they were amazing live. They were so good, and like you were talking about the harmonies, Jordan. Like the harmonies on Madison in particular were just great live. Like hearing them all. I swear there's like all of them were harmonizing. Like every single member of the band.
Yeah.
Took a plane down to Mexico, hoping you'll find a love. Oh, you're one desire love. And I've been trying to find someone just like you, Madison. Oh, my Madison. You're my Madison. Pretty baby.
Just singing some note together, or some different note together that just melded so well together. Like, and live it was there were 5 of them. There was a bass player, a drummer, a guitar player, and then two like the main guy behind the band, Michael Collins, who plays piano and a little bit of guitar. He would take turns playing piano or guitar and singing, and there was another person there named Sasha, and they would take turns like either playing like the piano or playing like different little accent instruments that would go in the songs, and they would also sing different songs. They would sing
Spanish
a lot of
accent, a French accent.
Italian. No. They're featured on the last song on this album on Posse Cut. Sasha,
I assume that's what like the posse is like all the members of the band having their own little, because you can tell it's a bunch of distinct singers.
Yeah, but I think only one of them is in the main band. Like,
is it literally just like their friends then?
Yeah, it's all of like Michael's friends. Like,
gotcha.
Because I know Sasha is in the band, and I need to see everyone else who's featured on the song. But Bambina, Sedona, and Sean Nicholas Savage. None of them are in the band, but Sasha Desri is in the band.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's kind of a thing that he does that I really admire and like a lot. Is he features a lot of guest vocalists on all of his albums, or not even like he features guest vocalists, but also just different people in the band sing different songs, and I love that kind of like collective energy, like the energy like everyone is there collaborating together to make the best thing. Like it's not like I'm the lead singer. It's like I think you sound great on this song. You're gonna sing it.
Yeah, that's why even if it's not even like you get full songs, but if you get like sections of songs, like that's why I like Lake Street Dive so much, especially on Obviously is the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially on Obviously, which was episode. Fuck, you think I'd be better at this?
Drum roll.
We did it on the podcast. It was episode 46 of this album. But like, especially with that album, like Rachel Price, she'll sing, like the main parts, but then it'll be like a verse, or like even if it's just the bridge section sung by like the guy that joined them for that album.
Aki?
I can't remember.
Aki
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him taking some shit. It's like, oh, like everyone's here, just like everyone's a piece of this product, and everyone's just having fun with it. And I always like shit like that a lot.
Yeah.
Like Drive-By Truckers, like
Yeah.
2 to 3, depending on what era, or write the songs, and they're like, all right, I've got this song, I'll sing it, and then they just rotate through it. You can really tell like each person's style, but it's all the same band. Yeah, I always really like that shit too. And so that came through a lot, especially in this album. I noticed that a lot, and it's really good too.
Yeah, and I think all of his most popular songs are collaborations with Wise Blood, like from his last album, Honey. That song, I think, was the biggest from that album, and the album before that, his first album, the song Suddenly, I think is still his biggest song. That's like the song that most people know him from, and it's good, but it's nowhere near my favorite song by him. And even on that album, like the other song that Wise Blood is on that album, The End of Comedy, the reason I checked that song out is because I heard them play it live, and it was phenomenal live. Like in the studio version, it's basically just piano, and there's like accents of like some brass instrument. I want to say saxophone or maybe trumpet or something, but like in the
It
like
sounds
right
like
after
trumpet.
the chorus. I got you. Yeah, I said saxophone, and then I was like, I actually don't think it is, but
I think it's trumpet.
yeah. But that song live, the other main singer, Sasha, sang it, and it's like a full band accompaniment, where in the studio it's basically just piano and like trumpet every now and then. But it was like it was insane to hear that live. That was what they opened the concert with, and I was like, what is this song? And then I was like, oh, there's a studio version of it, and then it's way different than the live version.
That's how, there's someone I've seen, like every song that they did live was so much better than the studio cut. I can't remember. But there's one guy, there's a guy on TikTok who like he had his first clip that went viral was him like talking about like you could fill a dozen houses with the shit I don't know or something like that. And he's like standing on his tiptoes when he sings, and it's just him playing a guitar. And it's like so much emotion and just like raw vocals. And then you listen to the studio cut and it's like, fuck. This is like, so it's like the different, like how The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel's studio version is so mid, but the live version from Central Park is one of like my, like a top 50 song of all time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's always kind of sad whenever you see some shit live and you're like, oh, this is so good in the studio. And you're like, this has none of the magic that the live version contains.
Yeah. I think the two biggest differences between their studio songs and live versions of the songs that I noticed weren't from this album. It sounded like a lot of the live stuff from this album he probably like made in very close proximity to like all the people in the band. Like it sounded all like really similar to the like studio versions of songs. But that first song that I mentioned, The End of Comedy, sounded like a lot different and just like way more full and energetic live. And then also the song Honey from their second album that Wise Blood sings. Like the inflections that she makes in the chorus with her voice, like they kind of like go down in pitch. Like she says, "It's not a cry," like a cry, like, and she goes down and like steps down with the melody. But the person singing it in the concert was like making like crazy vocal runs in that part of the chorus. Like I was not expecting it, and it was so different that like I think I was like taking a video of it. Well, no, I took a video of the verse, and then I stopped during the chorus. And when I like saw them do that, I was like, okay, I have to get a video of the next chorus because that was like amazing. Like it was so good. And I'll have to send that to you to post to the socials also. But like my girlfriend commented on the same thing. Like I sent her all my videos from the concert. She was like, wait, that's Honey, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, that's amazing the way that they do it live. It's like, she was like, I thought I loved the studio version, but that's like, oh my God, that was so good. But you wouldn't expect like all of them look like maybe like like LA like skaters or band members, but you wouldn't expect them to like go up there and just I don't know, everything sounds so like tight and precise and like and just well put together. Like it was funny them walking up on the stage and Michael Collins, the main guy, just like asking the venue. He was like, "Hey, can you like just lower the overhead lights like basically as much as you can until we can still see the instruments." And
Yeah.
and they basically like cut the stage lights that usually like point directly at them, and they had it almost just looked like emergency lights. They weren't colored, like it was just like it was just like dim white lights like above the stage, not on like any sort of metallic bracket pointing at the stage. It was just like dim ceiling lights that were on, like basically as dim as they could be above them while they played the majority of the set. And it was a very interesting vibe at first, but like I don't know, it was funny. Like they were just so unique and interesting. I don't know. It was, I keep gushing about them, but one of my favorite concerts.
That's always fair. That's always fun. There was some. That's how a lot of Manchester orchestra shit. The lighting that they used was like, I was like, they can fucking see like what they're playing, like with some of the songs, because they would start like Cope, I think was one if I remember correctly. But basically, they had their logo behind them that was like the 3 stripes that kind of make an M, and it was like back behind them on the big screen, and like that was it. That was the only light for like the first intro section until the chorus came in. They did that for multiple songs, and I was like,
I mean, they probably know how to just play them, you know? Probably.
Well, I mean, okay, so like, yes, you do have a lot of muscle memory, but they're still like your brain still uses like visual cues, like on a especially on like guitar and stuff.
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
You know how it's going to play, but your brain still. Like we're pattern recognizing people. So you're like, I know that I play this intricate melody. This is what it feels like on my hands, but I need to figure out where to put like my first finger to start it off with, shit like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So like if you're in the right spot, your muscle memory takes over, but you have to kind of know where, like your home row keys basically for your instrument. You have to figure out. Like,
you have to know your anchor point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean that sounds hype. Like I said, based on this album and just kind of their vibe, I'm like, I bet they play a very good concert, like just a hell of a show.
And I like one of the main reasons I really got into him was that lead single Madison I really loved, and then I listened to 2 podcasts with Michael on them, and he's just a very unique, interesting, and funny guy. Like he told long stories about train hopping and just like traveling for free on trains by like stowing away on like open cars and things like that.
Dang, that's cool.
What else? Like stealing diesel fuel for his old Mercedes from a broken gas pump for months at this one gas station.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
He has I think he still has a pet pig. I forget its name, but it's like a big pig. It's not like a little baby piglet like Charlotte's Web. Don't think of that pig. Like it's like a large barrel-sized
like a proper pig.
Yeah.
Proper pig.
Big old boy.
Big old boy. But he was like, he's just a really unique, interesting guy, and it's just funny that, like, I guess it's kind of fitting, like, that this is the music that he makes, but like he says the only reason he made it, he makes music like this is because this is the music he listened to like growing up. Like his parents just played Jackson Browne and like other 70s music growing up.
Yeah,
and
that's what this sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like this is one of the most like faithful recreations of 70s music that I've heard in, I don't know, my life. So,
yeah, literally. Like you listen to Madison, you listen to Someone to Love, like shit like that, and you're like New Fascination. You're like, okay, yeah, like this is some guy with a push broom mustache and like longer hair, wearing a button-up shirt with the top 3 buttons undone, like drinking tequila sunrises and just fucking around, like high out of his mind.
And that's pretty close. That's not far off.
And it's fucking sick. I love that vibe. Like in music, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It just it's music that you listen to and you're immediately, it's like kind of relaxing.
Yeah. It puts you at ease in a way, but it also, I don't know, I feel like it accesses, for me, just something about the rhythm just like makes me alert. Like it doesn't really energize me. It doesn't really like it's very danceable, but like when I put it on, I don't really want to dance. It's just like it almost motivates me that like it's just this good vibe music. Even when the lyrics aren't necessarily super happy, like New Fascination is basically about like thinking about cheating on your significant other.
Bro, I don't even know the words to that song. But it's one of my favorite songs on this album.
Yeah. And that's the way I was for a while with songs on this album. Like I didn't really examine the lyrics because I just loved the music so much. But like Pictures of You is a really sad song when you like examine the lyrics because it's talking
I don't
about,
even know the words of it. but I love the song. You know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of the lyrics on this album.
You like Pictures of You?
Yeah, I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. Maybe because at first I kept wanting it to get higher and higher and just be like, oh, this is I can tell where this song's going, and then it kind of just always stayed right underneath this like threshold kind of. And I don't know, it was a little bit soothing.
Yeah, it really teases you. It's like her. I think her vocals are so soft that you really don't like the song kind of like acts like it's gonna explode and then it doesn't really. And
yeah, and I think that's what I liked about it.
I love her vocals.
Yeah,
Me too.
Kate,
when I think about it, like hindsight, I'm like, I don't really want the song to explode because I don't want to drown out like her very like her very pretty, like, I don't know, I hesitate to use the word fragile, but like her just airier vocal delivery, like it's very unique and like, but it's easy to drown out vocals like that by putting in too much stuff. But there's just the right amount of music and just the right amount of feel to really like wrap it up and make it like really, really great. And like and I think something about her voice like makes it more touching than maybe him singing or someone else singing. And the story behind that song, I heard him tell it on a podcast. I feel like I've told it on this podcast before, but I just think it's really funny because he said he like went to visit her because they're friends and they wrote a song together. He was like writing a song with her for her, and after they finished it, he was like, I think this is too good. Like, I think I have to put it on my album. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that because you chose Pictures of You to represent it because you chose Madison the week before. With your top albums, right? Yeah, I think you mentioned it. Then you were like, yeah, they wrote it, and then he was like, this one's for you can sing it, but I gotta have this one on my album.
Yeah, and the music video for that's really cool. Like all the music videos for this album are really cool. I know all of them are directed by the singer because he's actually like. He said on like I think he said on both podcasts that I listened to with him that if he like what he really wants to do is direct a movie. Like music is like is getting him by and he enjoys making it, but he almost quit music and didn't make this album. Like but before he found some inspiration with his friends and like someone else who like taught him to sing a little bit differently, he said he was like basically done. But he kind of found like a new spark and he's really enjoyed this like new chapter of his career. But what he really wants to do is try and make some sort of movie, or he talked about like filming a decent amount of a documentary and then realizing it wasn't really going to go anywhere. So he like stopped doing that.
Aww.
But like, yeah, he's directed all the music videos for this album. And the one for Pictures of You is really cool. I'm pretty sure like, in part of it, she's just wandering around like a field, and in another part of it, she's just wandering around in IKEA. But it's funny. But yeah, I was saying like the lyrics are so sad. It's basically about like trying to let go of someone, but there's that little guilty part of you that still can't. Like she says what is it? Lately, I've been at home and I'm all alone thinking of you because, baby, I know that it's wrong, but I'm holding on to pictures of you. Like trying to let go, but like not really letting it all go because you still have these little physical souvenirs of that thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Bro, whatever it is. Dude, much like shampoo bottles by Peach Pit. Similar.
Yeah. Very similar, yeah.
Very similar parts of we talked about it in that episode.
But I think Pictures of You, I know I said Madison was like my third favorite song of the year, and I think like that still stands because it's anthemic and it's like it truly is the song that like represents the feeling of this album, I think.
Yeah.
But I think
it's a very good intro because it kind of encompasses what you're about to listen to.
Yeah. But I think my favorite one is probably Pictures of You.
Interesting. Okay.
And
it's probably like my fourth favorite.
It's just I don't know.
Wait, I thought you said Madison was your first favorite, Nick.
I think it's second favorite. Like it is.
Okay.
It's anthemic and like I love it and it's so catchy. But I think Pictures of You to me is equally catchy. But it's got that like bittersweet love story side that. Oof,
I got you.
It just gets at me. Oof, oof.
It also might be my favorite as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
I'm the fucking.
It kind of threw me for a curveball. A little bit.
Yeah.
And I
like it was a
good
sleeper hit for you.
Yeah.
This is the new Los Angeles by Haim that I just like.
Los Angeles. Well, I guess that was 2021.
One of the greatest cities in the world. Dude, that song is a banger. I don't even know if I said the lyrics right. I think I did.
Yeah. They were different parts of the song, but they were both lyrics in the song.
But I don't know what the words were, but the like tone effect stack they've got on the keys on that shit.
On which one?
Delicious. Pictures of You.
Oh yeah.
Keys in there, and then they also the little guitar riff that's like the main riff is like. Ooh.
What about 3 a.m. by Haim, where you got the dial-up sounds?
I need to listen to that album again. I literally haven't listened to it since we've recorded that episode.
I think I need to listen to it more also. I only listened to the same 3 songs that I liked. I forgot. I mean, it was 3 a.m., Los Angeles, and one more. I can't remember.
Gotta listen to Jamie. I feel like you would like The Steps. Yeah, if anything, you should watch their Grammys performance of The Steps and then re-listen to the album because that's just a great performance of rock music by 3 badass girls. And
wow, we get it fucking simpler.
3 badass girls, or is that the name of the band, buddy?
No, it's just 3 badass girls who are sisters who share the last name Haim in the band Haim. But my mom like texted me about the Grammys the next day and was like, did you see that that band of 3 girls like with that one girl slamming on the drums? Like that song was crazy. Like that was so good. And I was like, I know, Bob. They're so good.
Check out these songs by them, Mom. New Fascination. You mentioned that as another one where the lyrics are like way sadder than the song is, kind of. But dude, the chorus on it's fucking fire. And that the keyboard solo immediately followed by that saxophone solo.
Trying to be something you're not. Nobody can know just what you mean. Love and affection is real. I really try, you and me.
like
good.
highlight, like one of my top moments on the album. Honestly, like
I can't believe I was
so good.
I was a bit out of pocket telling. I remember telling Austin. I think he said after the album came out that was one of his favorites, and I said I still liked Valentine more, and I still love Valentine, but New Fascination is definitely my favorite. Not out of the 3 lead singles, it's probably my 3rd favorite on the album.
Gotcha.
Like, and I love
so
it.
fucking good.
Yeah,
I think my least favorite song was the is it just Baby?
yeah, that's my least favorite.
Yeah, and I really like that one a whole lot. I don't know, man. Like the vote, it just doesn't really offer anything for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only
Tim
ones.
Presley didn't impress me.
Sorry, Tim Presley.
Sorry, ugly ass Elvis wannabe.
The only ones they didn't play from this album during the concert. Actually, well, it's kind of wrong to say that because I guess they didn't play like around half of them. They didn't play Baby.
Good.
They didn't play To Live and Drive in LA, like the instrumental. They didn't play Posse Cut. But the one I was upset the most that they didn't play was Hard Dreaming Man.
Oh, that one's really good.
And I love that one. It like
Yeah.
it grew on me a lot, and like I never disliked it, but I just didn't realize how much I liked it until I listened to the album more and more. And it's kind of to me it feels like kind of a departure from the rest of the record, where it doesn't feel as like funk and groove and R&B heavy. Like it feels almost more like a 70s country rock song with that like slide guitar going on, and like
and the electric that's in it is like really twangy kind of. It's got that like Telecaster,
all the twang going
like
on.
Southern like Eagles type, like Southern California rock, country rock kind of thing.
Yeah, and just like the title of the song, "Hard Dreaming Man," like that sounds like it could be an R&B song, but it sounds like some sort of country rock, like Eagles type song. Like,
yeah,
and you listen to the lyrics, and he's just talking about like being a young delinquent, and like pawning things, and but trying to be better now. Like that could be an R&B song, but it really sounds like a country rock song. And
I used to run my mouth any chance I could. Done a lot of bad things I never thought I would. Nobody ever told me what was right and good. Was a hard dreaming man. I used to pawn anything I could get. I had a Jan Sport and some cigarettes. A young man they would soon forget. Was a hard dreaming man. Hard dreaming man, I wanna tell you all the things I know. Only what you see. Hard dreaming man.
And we all know I'm a big Dawes simp over
We
here.
know.
We know
It's true.
I'm
And
a big country rock simp.
That's right in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
and that was just a pleasant little surprise for me on this album.
Aw.
One of my favorite songs that I forget about for like 6 months at a time, and then I remember, is fucking "Moon in the Water." And a little
Dawes
bit of
song?
everything. Both of those songs are like just so good.
Yeah, just it's like those are like knife in the heart songs. Like
Yeah. But like if I'm in that mood where like I want to feel that type of way, that shit's immediately good and queued up.
yeah, I haven't listened to Moon in the Water in a long time, and a little bit of everything is just I don't know, like ingrained in my brain in stone. Like it's like
Dude,
chiseled in the rock of my brain. But
God, it's so good. It's so
I remember-
fucking good.
Like I didn't know my brother liked Dawes that much. He'll never really just put them on unless I like bring him up and they've like been on his mind in recent memory or something. But I remember like being with my family, and it was I think it was getting towards the end of the initial lockdowns, and there was a Dawes like rooftop live stream concert type thing, and I just bought it because I knew I was going to be at my parents' place and I could use it. I bought a ticket for it, and I knew I was going to be at my parents' place and I could use it to watch it on their like surround sound system in the basement. And I was like, yeah, this will be cool. And it was cool, and it was really great. And they all like watched it with me. And after that, it was while we were watching it. I think one of our old friends dropped by the house. And and he was like he was like waiting around for like 2 songs to see if they played a little bit of everything or not. And I was like, wait, you remember this song? Like, I thought I was the only Dawes guy. And he was like,
bro, that was a formative song. Like when you introduced it to us, because you introduced it to it. That was like high school, right?
yeah. I think that
you
was like,
introduced it to us, and we were all like, "Damn! Like if we're sad, this is a great song to fucking."
shit is heavy, bro.
Dude, there's I've never heard anyone else like describe it in such a way, but I was watching I think it was a Noel Miller, one of his videos. His producer, they were talking about like when was the last time you cried, and his producer was like you know, like probably weekly. Like I enjoy crying. It's like cathartic and like, you know, you just feel good. And I'm like, I feel that. And he was like, yeah, sometimes like I'll intentionally put on like a sad movie or song or something to like feel that.
Right. You ever hit
emotion.
the
Like,
TikTok
thank you.
clips that just hit different, dude?
Yes, there are times where I'm like scrolling through TikTok and I get shit, and it's not even like super heartwarming or like super sad or anything, but it's just
Yeah.
like a person doing like a good deed, but not in like a corny way.
Ew,
It's just,
yeah,
like,
fucking
something where
Jimmy
you're like, this
Darts,
feels good,
dude.
and
I'm
then like
so sorry.
fucking like tears start welling up, and I'm like, what the
Oh
hell?
my gosh. The first couple times he popped up, I was like, all right. But then when I hear that,
Hey, mister. Hey, what would you do?
I'm like those always
Bro,
feel
Jimmy
like
Da-
just
dude,
so forced and
if you don't know who Jimmy Darts is, listen to one video. Dude, his voice is so bad now. I hate it.
dude, it's the corny, like it feels so lame, but I watch like
Ugh.
big sports moments.
Ugh.
And I'll like start to, and I'm like, what the fucking like
Oh no,
toxic
dude.
like 45-year-old Coors Light drinking dad is happening right now.
No, dude, those where like they put some like inspirational music. It's like they weren't supposed to win, but then they're like someone just like it's like feet of like human like oh god, it's so good,
Bro, it's
is-
not even that. It's watching like
oh
I don't know, like the Minneapolis Miracle and shit like that, where it's like just big plays that I'm like, I remember watching that live and that was crazy. And it's like, or like Alex Smith coming back on the field for the Commanders after having like a life-threatening leg injury and like probably never playing football again, then having like the best athletic comeback story like probably of all time, at least that I'm aware of, and shit like that. And I'm like, why am I about to like cry?
what the
This is like me, like not caring about sports at all, and sitting down and like just watching like or like just standing in the living room watching like 5 minutes of a 30 for 30 on ESPN with my dad, and then finding myself like sitting down like 45 minutes later finishing the 30 for 30, and I'm
yeah,
like,
dude, it's kind of interesting.
damn, that was insane. Like that, holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
That's I think is the appeal to sports, is like once you get to the point where it's like you're more invested in like the players and the team's various successes. Like I'm a Steelers fan, but I still like enjoy seeing the Bills doing well. Like they're not in the playoffs,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not like, oh, I'm not watching anything else, because I'm like, I like seeing like players do well, or like people I know, like Matthew Stafford, who's like, yeah, they were like a great player for like 12 years, but they were stuck on the fucking Lions. So it's nice to see them like win the Super Bowl and shit like that. Like that's the fun part of sports, is knowing more about like the athletes and the narratives of what's going on.
yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I don't know. But sometimes you enjoy crying, you know? I still haven't watched Manchester by the Sea again.
Please, yeah, that's only
That's
you
gonna be
should
a
only
dark day.
you should only watch that movie at the lowest points in your life.
Yeah.
What?
Because if not, it'll put you there. If you're not there already, it will ruin your day.
God.
If
Yeah.
you're like
It
don't watch it in the morning. Watch it in the
will
evening. When
possibly ruin multiple days.
Wait, what's it called?
Bro,
Manchester
I can't imagine
by the
people
Sea?
who went in Manchester by the Sea. It is maybe one of the best movies I've ever seen, and one of the saddest movies I've ever.
Interesting.
It's
I'm
the
gonna watch
saddest
it tonight.
movie I've ever seen,
I'm gonna watch it.
but it's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I unexpectedly and unwittingly watched that in the theater with my family, and
Damn.
like I just didn't know what we were getting into. I was like, oh, like I hear this is a really great independent film. Like we should go see
It
this.
is.
And then-
It is.
And like I just remember like walking out of the theater and like none of us saying anything.
Yeah, because we just. I was gonna say something, but legitimately, if you do, I would recommend it, Jordan. I would recommend it.
I
I'm
just
not gonna
remember-
say why it's so sad.
I just
But-
remember my dad being like, wow, that was wow.
Literally, what else do you say? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
God's like,
But
I haven't
also,
cried in
like,
16 years.
I watch movies, dude. If you have like if you're like emotionally constipated, that movie will clear out your fucking.
Oh, I am not, sir. I am
good. I enjoy sad shit, like the album we're listening to next week. There are moments on it where it's like, oh damn, like,
dude.
It's not gonna make me cry, but it's gonna put you in a headspace, you know.
Dude, I cry at fucking Star Wars every single time, dude.
Every time I watch Interstellar, which I watch it at least once a year, I cry at the same parts every single time because, and it's good, and I know it's coming, and I know I'm gonna cry when
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
She blocks out. Dude, it is literally it's a film about science and gravity and love.
Here, I'll take it.
I think it's a love.
Like a lot. You can say it right now.
Dude, like when he's shouting, "Don't leave it like this," and she's blocking the door. That's a really good one. That's always so sad because it's like, oh, the child, like from a dad's standpoint, you're never gonna see your kid again potentially. She's gonna leave it like that. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. I don't know. But that movie gets me. Ford v Ferrari gets me a little emotionally worked up.
You crying during Ford v Ferrari? Yeah, I feel you.
And not even like at the end.
Not even
not even at the end. He's gonna cry. But when you're just like, damn, they're really fucking,
they're really doing it.
Shit like that, dude. I love that movie. That movie's so good.
I need to reach that point of vulnerability within my inner self where I let myself cry at my favorite movies. Like, I feel like I would probably cry every time I watch Paris, Texas. If I,
I'm not saying
I don't know. It's for, I don't like it. It is very universally like it's pretty universally acclaimed, but I don't know. I feel like it was somehow in some weird way kind of made for the period of life that I first saw it in, and it's just cemented in my mind since then. Like especially since I went down to Texas randomly for 3 months, like just something about it like hit a little different, and like Texas is nothing like it is. Texas is nothing like it was then, how it is now.
Right.
But it's, I don't know. It's just it's a
very
beautiful film.
I remember for a while, I seem to remember you saying like, yeah, I've not cried in like a movie.
As much as I love movies, I'll tear up, but I hardly ever shed a tear.
Dude, I have fully like not sobbed, but like the quiet version of sobbing at like plenty of movies.
Bro, you watched The Notebook recently, bro?
That shit's good. I've never seen The Notebook, but
bro, you seen Dear John recently, bro?
Bro, The Notebook will make you,
bro. Shit, like Up, I've never like not cried at like Pixar movies. And
Up,
like
yes.
Up fucks me up. Inside Out fucks me up.
Inside Out. Oh my gosh, dude, that one. Wait, can we spoil? Wait,
yeah,
we can spoil Inside Out. Yeah.
Well, we've talked about Bing Bong. Yeah, that's the one that gets you. That's not the one that gets me. The one that gets me is like
R.I.P.
Things that make me cry are the unstoppable passage of time and like growing up, and you can't ever get those years back, but you don't realize it until you have like the cognitive understanding when you're like a high schooler or an adult, like how good like things as a kid, like you just can't get that back. And so like that part of that movie, that's all that movie is like a child growing up and like not comprehend. And so I don't know, that shit in that movie fucks me up every time.
I feel like if I saw WALL-E again, it might fuck me up.
I should watch WALL-E again. I didn't like it as a kid, but I think I would appreciate it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I love crying in movies and songs.
I remember watching Manchester by the Sea, and like I definitely like had tears well up, but I don't think anything came down because I was just in shock from so many different situations.
Yeah,
in the
I
movie.
don't even remember crying in that movie. I just remember being just like emotionally like I watched it on my phone in my parents in the childhood bedroom because I was in like high school or whatever on like a rainy spring day at my parents' house because I was doing nothing else on a Saturday, and I just remember sitting there like just sitting in my chair like not crying, definitely not happy, but just like in a weird just like shell shocked, just sitting there like.
Jordan,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the clip on Twitter of Casey Affleck stealing a police officer's gun and trying to shoot himself in a police station, but that's
Is like
that's the
real or is it like a joke?
it's from that movie, but like a
Oh.
lot.
It's really him. It's really him trying to kill himself in the movie.
Yeah, but in like he's in the movie he's trying to kill himself because of something that
sorry.
happened.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there was a lot.
but
there.
Oh, sorry.
but a lot of people use it in a joking context where they're like, so and so just happened, and they post that because they're like, ooh, I want to kill myself because of this. just happened."
Okay.
Bro, you watch that movie. That scene is not. It is not.
It is not funny.
It is.
God.
It is someone at
The lowest point in their entire life. Yeah.
And what movie is that again?
Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize if we were still
recommend it
watching.
enough, but it is so difficult to
I would say
watch more than once.
I would say if you enjoy BoJack enough to watch it twice, you will probably enjoy this movie.
Yeah, and like it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful movie. But holy shit,
I remember like that's like that whole sequence and like part of the movie is I would say like of course probably the saddest part of the movie, but there's an equally probably like there was a part that I hesitate to say was equally as sad, but it struck me equally as much, and I can't talk about it without spoiling it. But
Okay.
I think if it's the same part I'm thinking of, I think that part is more impactful for me because that's like I can imagine myself in that scenario more than like being in a police station and shit like that.
yeah,
But they're related scenes.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like God
Yeah.
God damn.
I also think.
Like
Oh wait, Jordan, were you deafened?
Yeah, I was deafening in and out as like a joke, kind of.
I got you.
I don't want to spoil it, especially for if the listener wants to watch it. I don't want to spoil anything. Because you just have to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Like,
We're not
knowing
talking
anything
about
it.
No, I know
I'll
it's
text you for reference after the podcast, Jamie, to tell you the specific scene that I'm mentioning.
Yeah, we can.
I'm
And we'll talk about it
insinuating.
in the group chat with Jordan, so he can't mute it. Yeah, dude. Let's have a over Discord group watch of Manchester by the Sea.
Oh God, I'm down.
That's like that heavily reminds me of I remember watching some, it was IGN or some shit where like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg were like they were in a room while Seth Rogen was playing the beginning sequence of The Last of Us, and it was like right after The Last of Us came out, and like he played the whole beginning sequence of the game, and like Jamie, do you know about this?
No, but I also am never gonna play those games.
I got you. Like it's in the first episode of the first season of the show, but like basically I won't specifically spoil it, but something incredibly sad happens in the first like 30 minutes of the game and in the first episode of the show. Like something that parallels like the main character Joel's experience for the rest of the game, and it's like a really important thing that happened in his life. But like it happens while like Seth Rogen is playing the game, and he like says to the person who's like conducting the let's play or whatever, he's like, don't you guys want this video to be funny? Like, why are you making me play this right now? like he's like waiting for some kind of twist to happen where things get better, and like nothing gets better, and he's like, what is going on? Like, why did you make me do this? Like,
That's really
and that's what makes me think of that. If we all watched Manchester by the Sea together, it would just be like trying to make jokes out of light things, and then really heavy things happen, and we're like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, like literally that's a movie where like even if you're watching it drunk with your friends, I don't like you can't Mystery Science Theater it. It's one of those ones where it's like just sometimes it's just like I can't even make a joke on this because I can't put myself in a personality space where I could be funny right now.
Yeah.
Like the slightest bit of what would this feel like if this were me, and you're like, holy shit.
And you're like, oh, that's incomprehensible. Yeah,
Yeah. People talk about like name one good scene from a male actor that's not yelling, and it's like that movie probably has some of the best ones to me, but I'm like, I can't reference this because like one, not a lot of people are gonna get it. I don't know, but it's just like some of the saddest ones are him because it's Casey Affleck. It's just him like quietly talking It's just so good.
But I
What
mean,
are you gonna do?
on
The opposite end of the spectrum, though, is this album. They're like completely
Very true.
polar opposite vibes.
Very true.
I
the
also
only-
didn't.
Now I really want to do a group watch along for that movie.
Dude, honestly, we can't.
Sure.
But I honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Also, just from the beginning, like going into this album, Nick, it was a lot more tame. I think for some reason than I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
this
don't
is
know.
Drug Dealer.
Yeah, his name is like Drug Dealer. I don't know why. I guess his name's because it's Drug Dealer. I was just like, oh, his music's gonna be all over the place or like blah blah blah. You know. It's just very like soothing and just very like mellow. Like
Yeah,
upbeat,
I would argue-
upbeat, obviously, but
Like this is definitely more upbeat than his earlier stuff, but his earlier stuff is more, you could say his earlier stuff is more drug influenced if you want to. Like it's a little more psychedelic or a little more like ethereal or atmospheric, where
I
this
can
is
see
a little
that.
more like straightforward type music. But like you said, it's not very like, it's not super like in your face energetic. It's more of like creating like a good feeling for me.
yeah.
But live it was like a whole different animal. Like they were just great.
Also, I was gonna say I like To Live and Drive in L.A.
Oh
It
yeah.
does kind of take you on a little trip, but there's no like lyrics or anything. But I don't know. The saxophone sounds great in it. It kind of takes you along for the ride, you know, a little bit.
Yeah. I love that song too. Yeah, I think I feel like the last song that we really haven't talked about that I significantly like enjoy is Valentine. And it's just like, honestly, there's not anything crazy for me to say about it besides like I just feel like it's a great little song to like, I don't know. It's a great little song about someone you love.
Yeah.
And he I think there's a line in the second chorus where he says something about table wine, and that's what they call the color of the vinyl is table wine, and it's like it's like this.
Oh,
It's almost like a magenta color. It's
like
honestly
deep,
not.
deep red.
It's really
like the actual like record is. I thought you meant the cover. I was like,
no.
white. I was like, huh?
Huh?
Table wines are normally like semi-sweet reds, I think.
Yeah, and like it's you could say it's like a sweeter red, but it's almost like in between a red and a rosé. Like it's not completely a wine color, but I get what they're going for. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say more about the album besides the fact that I love it, and it's for me who it's hard to find, like when I say replay value, I think of replaying something over a period of time and not getting tired of something, not like playing it on repeat and like playing it again and again. I think of just like always being able to come back to it. Like I don't listen to it once and I'm like, oh, I'll never need to listen to that again. I'm like I could listen to this like once a week for the rest of my life if I wanted to. But this is like
I get that.
This album is like a unique case of me being like, I could just put it on repeat and let it rock until like I can't listen to music anymore, until I like have to take my earbuds out to like talk to someone or something. Like it's I don't know. I love it so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean I don't have any more notes, so we
cool.
get to
I'm glad
give our
I'm glad
first ratings of 2023.
yeah, it sounds like you liked it a little more than I anticipated, Jordan. At least a
I
couple
did.
songs.
I did.
Cool. Well, cool.
So do I do it or
I think
no? You.
I think
you do
I
it,
go
Jamie, right?
first. I think I go first, then you, Jordan, and then Jamie, since Jamie picks the album next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Yeah, I just won't be shy about it. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Damn.
Coming out swinging for 2023.
First album coming in with a fucking
Yep.
deuce.
That's crazy.
That's 2 actually.
Yeah.
What's
Wow,
a-
bro.
what's
Yeah,
a
that
mean?
is
What's
a
slang
deuce
for-
times foos, if you will. Yeah. Anyways,
I hear you, bro.
I'm gonna give this one I would say 5. I'm gonna give it a 5.
5, okay.
It surprised me in a couple ways.
I
Michael
definitely thought
Collins.
the year rating was going to come in lower than a 5.
Okay.
Michael Collins, if you hear this episode, a 5 is good on the scale.
Yeah, that's the thing. Based on his Spotify listens, I feel like this might be small enough where at least they cursory check it out, and then they'll hear 20 minutes of us not talking about.
Yeah.
the
He's only
album.
got 800,000 monthly.
I always think about that. Like whenever like small artists they like our shit, I'm like,
They definitely
Did
only
they
listen
listen
to
to the
5 minutes of this.
yeah, and like we're like it takes us, especially now, it takes us like 20 minutes to get into any sort of like album rating. But you know what? We have fun. So
We do.
Whenever
We
they,
do.
yeah, the day that someone leaves you a specific comment relating to something that we said in the episode,
I'm gonna go.
I'll be
fuck!
amazed.
I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to hear this.
Wait, you actually listened to it? Oh fuck!
There's no way you're gonna share this on your fucking. My goal is to harass the members of Peachpit enough until they like recognize me at a concert.
There you go.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta step it up before Bonnaroo. I've got 6 months to like inception myself into.
Jamie's giving stalker vibes.
I thought I was saying, bro.
Jamie's
you
gonna
just-
throw an
Yeah.
air tag into the guitar case.
Shh. Jamie's outed himself. Guys, please notice me. Trust me. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Guys,
Please.
I comment on all your shit. I've been your top lister for 3 years in a row. All right, security, this guy right here, fucking
This
arrest
guy.
him.
This guy.
Neil checks your
Yeah,
ID.
I'm
and
gonna
kisses
give
you
this
on the mouth.
album. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
go.
I enjoyed it quite a lot.
Thank you, sir.
tremendously. So that brings it to an average of 7.83, which puts it at oh no. It ties it for 17th. It actually, we all have a number 17 now. It ties it with How To, Friend, Love, Free Fall by Rainbow Kitten Surprise and Igor by Tyler, the Creator.
Ooh.
Wow.
Puts it right beneath Yay by Kanye West. Oop. And right above Mount Joy by Mount Joy, which is an album that if we were to re-rate, I would give it a 10. It is one of
Let it be
it's
known
become
that-
one of my favorite albums of all time.
I gave
What?
Ye by Kanye West a relatively low rating. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was, but I didn't give it a great rating.
You gave it a 7.
That was generous. I should have given it probably a 4.5.
Really?
I gave it a 7.75, and Jordan gave it a 9. So
I give it a 9. I should have given it a 10, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Really? A
10 and-
4? That's how you. Oh, is it because?
is it news related, or that's how you feel about the songs that are on that album?
Honestly, the songs, I'm not. They haven't grown on me a whole lot.
Interesting. I've not checked it out since then. I only know
What's the
all mine.
What's the opposite of
and
grown? They've shrunk on me.
It's shrunk on you. It's shrinking on me. It's shrinking on me.
Oh,
That's crazy.
You better not be calling me honey if you shrunk the damn kids. That tweet, I was like, that's unnecessarily funny.
you better not be. Oh man, that's beautiful.
You better not be calling me honey. We shrunk the damn.
You did what to the damn kid? And you're calling me
Something
honey?
along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that shit was so funny. Next week, I actually had a different album picked out for what we're going to be doing next week. But us talking about shit, I kind of, I don't know. It's an album I've wanted to do for a while and just haven't pulled the trigger on.
Calling them
And
audible.
Before we're out of the winter months, I'm gonna pick this one.
60
We're gonna be
today.
doing the album True Care by James Vincent McMorrow.
Interesting. Okay.
With
Interesting.
such hits as Pink Salt Lake and a song about a couple that listens to the band The National together.
Oh God.
Which I believe
They gotta break up.
when I mentioned that was a song on the album, Nick said, I feel like that's not a good sign for your relationship if you do that. And I was like, well, listen to the song.
Yeah.
Sorry. So now you will be. I'm excited. This one's honestly, I don't know what the rating's going to be for this one.
Okay.
It's one of those ones where I'm like, it might be a sleeper. It might be a situation where I'm the only one that gives it a high rating. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Could be.
We'll find out next week.
Tune in next week.
Because this episode drops the 23rd. We're back. Oh, I should mention that. We're back to our weekly schedule when this one comes out.
Hey, yo.
Sorry, we took 2 weeks off on accident. It was a thing. It was a
minor mishap.
I didn't do a good enough job producing and then created miscommunication. So I will shoulder the blame for that. But I'm announcing it so that I have to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed the new theme song and intro to this episode, listener. That was listener 2.1 that we kind of teased. Like it feels like 30 years ago at this point, but a couple weeks ago.
Let's go.
So hopefully I'm not a liar, and this actually did have a new intro and shit. I was supposed to do that in the week off, and then we had an extended week off, and I've made no progress in that area. So hopefully in the next 5 days I come up with
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, so tune in next week for True Care by James Vincent McMorrow.
All right.
There you go.
And then, as we always round this out, we can end it with our recent listings. For me, the band Palace, Young Gravy's newest album. That one I will select it at some point for the show because it is very fun, and I feel like no one's talking about it. What else I've been listening to the Eagles. Oof. I listened to when I first checked out this album after it was announced. I was like, I want to listen to the Eagles, so I listened to a lot of the Eagles. Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long. Like I've listened to a lot of shit since we last recorded, but that's been my memorable recent listens.
I feel you.
I've just been listening to the SpongeBob version of Off the Grid. Oh my gosh.
Not even trolling.
No, I'm not even trolling. Off the Grid. What's the Family Ties? Lemonade and Lemonade by that's all I did. Yeah, that's all I did at work today. I was just like,
I gotta hear the SpongeBob version of Family Ties. I think,
dude,
that one I will tune into.
Bro, Lemonade's pretty good. Oh no, also listen to Off the Grid too. That one's good too. It's Mr. Krabs. He's like, when I was in jail, I was low key. Shout out supporters that wrote me. I'm feeling marvelous. You met the mom. It's like the worst like AI. But it's like good enough. It's good enough to where it's like hilarious.
That sounds horrific.
Beautiful.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
I feel like I've heard that. I haven't heard Family Ties.
You probably have.
I have heard that.
You probably have. It's so good though. It's so good. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I feel you. Let's see. Viagra Boys came out with the deluxe version of their new album. Been rocking with those singles. There's a song called Milk Farm that's hilarious.
Okay.
They also have a song called It Ain't Enough that I like as much as some of the previous singles on the album. Very good.
Okay.
Gaucho by Steely Dan. Been rocking with that album. This guy named King Tough that was a guest on a podcast that I listen to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, actually. The recent singles from his newest album. Very, very good. Found him today, the day that we're recording.
You sent a song by him in the Discord earlier.
Yeah. And that's an old song, but it's one of his more popular songs. But I'd recommend it. And outside of that, I mean, a lot of the normal, usual stuff. Aaron Frazier came out with a live album on Easy Eye Sound. Great, like old soul covers. And I think the last thing I'll mention is a very funny occurrence that so you guys know the dog, the Boston Terrier, like the breed of dog?
Yeah. Walter?
Walter?
Never mind.
What?
You know the Walter dog?
I don't think so.
No.
He's like that white dog with like the kind of looks like the one from Toy Story. Hey, you guys know Walter the dog. Everybody in the comments knows Walter the dog, dude. All right. Anyways, continue.
Sound off.
Comments on
no
what?
Walter.
Just look up Walter the dog after this. I'm pretty sure he might not be a Boston Terrier, but anyways.
But Boston Terrier, those dogs. My girlfriend, when she was young, when she was like a kid, she started calling them porgies, like Porgies, because she said that's just what they looked like. Was the word porgy, and it is, to me, it's really funny because now every time I see one out in the world, I'm like, damn, that shit does look like a porgy.
Bro, is she going crazy for the fucking little bird things in the new Star Wars movies?
Oh, those things.
She has not seen those, but but she
The little
probably would.
porgs.
But there's a song. It's not by Nina Simone. It was written by someone else for a play or something, but she's the one who popularized it, and it's called "I Loves You, Porgy." And we found it. It was the music on a TikTok that we found together, and the song is actually really good.
Interesting. By Nina Simone?
Yeah. Specifically, I'll send the link to the Discord. Specifically from the album Nina with Strings. That's my favorite version because she has some other jazz centric versions, but the one with string accompaniments, I love it.
Bro, I'm telling you, once you get into Nina Simone, bro, there ain't no going back, okay?
Yeah, like That's So Raven.
Hey,
what?
Not even close, buddy.
Distant
It's
cousin
a Raven
Simone.
Simone joke. I am from every continent in Africa.
I think we're done. I think we got to end this
learning
one.
how to dive right now. Dude.
We got to put this one out of its.
I'm in my streamlined position. Streamlined position.
Do the fucking high five thing.
What? Oh yeah, call it like ketchup or whatever.
No, you get. That's how you teach kids to streamline. You make everyone like do it, and then like you high five their hands, and if they if you're not doing it.
Oh,
right.
That's what you
Yeah. So we just want to say thanks for listening this week and watching. If you did, remember to tune in next week for True Care by James Vincent McMorrow. Also, once again, if you want to keep up the show or share your thoughts about this week's episode, check out these socials. We are on Twitter at List Up Podcast and Instagram and TikTok at List Up Pod. Those accounts, as well as our personal handles and the merch links and the links to any playlists that we've made for the show. Nick, do you have a new playlist?
I'll make one. Why the hell not?
Okay, yeah, we'll start the year off. It's been a while.
There you go. Happy New Year.
Check out a new
Happy New Year.
Fucking 23 days in. Happy New Year, folks. Yeah, just those are all going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode and the link tree that's at the socials. They all, it's fucking 2023. Everyone has a link tree. It's all there. It's not hard to find. Finally, if you enjoyed this episode, rating and review on a respective platform, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, the normal trio. Get her done. And other than that, for now, we'll catch you next week. And remember to listen up.